morning, everybody. How cool is your lowered car? All right, tuner friends, this is the difference between plastic and fiberglass. How bad is that? If you want to tune your car and make it look like it's a lowrider and have the perfect fit splitter, oh shit, what a mess. How's the grip on those Nittos? Good morning. It's fall, and I thought I'd come back with episode 2 of some fall tires for dummies. Could even say winter tires for dummies, but since my last video, I've had a lot of chat and a lot of conversations about winter tires, and people are like, what are you talking about, winter tires? It hasn't even snowed yet, but it's cold, and so I thought I'd get into a few things today that you might find interesting, and just walk through some tire stuff. I'm not a tire expert by any means, but here's some tips and tricks that'll hopefully make sense and maybe get you thinking about what's next. You know, it's October tomorrow. Like, where did that go? All right, amazing fall day here. Last day of September, who knew? So, talking tires. So, couple of tips just while we're hitting fall, especially if you're in the Northwest or you know, somewhere where it's getting cold. Our friends from Nitto, and you know I have the NT05s, have a couple of suggestions that you need to watch for just as far as getting ready for fall and cold temperatures. So number one, pressures. So for every 10 degrees change in temperature, your tires will change about 1 point. So 1 pound. So here on a given day, you can figure this out pretty easily. We go from about 20 degrees Celsius above zero down to freezing at night. So we're gonna lose 2 pounds of pressure just in a day when it just gets cold overnight. I checked my tires, and just without having checked for a little while, I was running about 28 PSI, which is a little bit low. The other thing is, in the normal life of your tire, every month or about every 30 days, it's normal for your tire to lose about 1 pound of pressure. So I was kind of doing the math in my head. I've had my car for about 6 months. I've had this one. So say I lost 6 pounds. Temperature dropped 20 degrees. So say I lost another 2 pounds. I went from 35 down to 28, just because I haven't keeping up with my tire pressure. Tip number 1 for dummies, don't mind the flies, is stay on top of your tire pressure. All right, so while I'm down here, tire pressures. So we all love those gas station pumps where they have the tire gauge and you're pressing the thing and it's, oh yeah, you're at 35. So I did this yesterday. It was about 15 degrees. So, you know, up that day was up almost 20 degrees from morning. And checked my pressure. Was trying to hit a 35, which is the suggested pressure for this car, and I'll show you that in a minute. But took my trusty pressure gauge and don't know if you can see this. You can get a zoom on that. Maybe not. I was running about 32. And so don't trust those pumps. Get a tire gauge, do it right. And this makes about sense now because it's colder this morning. We're just above freezing. And so I'm down to about 32 again. So back to normal. So here's the great debate. And I'm not a track specialist. My tires aren't heat cycled. I'm not swapping them out for different events. These are my daily tires. And so if you try to look online, you put in your tire type and size and everything for a suggested pressure, and you will get as many opinions as you will get clicks online. So here's the scoop, again from Nitto, in their guides for these tires. So the NTO tires have no warranty. But as far as setting up a pressure, you know, there's all kinds of ratings. A lot of people kind of are hovering around that 30 mark, or, you know, like mine are a little bit lighter before. Manufacturer says this, go to that inside door stop. And pretty sure I can get this. There we go. Front, rear. Basically for this car, all around, twist in there again. All around, suggested pressure 35 pounds PSI. And according to all the different manufacturers, the same thing. I checked out the guys at Michelin. That's the pressure you should run as a recommended pressure. And then again, just be sensitive to the things like temperature changes. You know, is your tire temperature changing as you're driving? Outdoor temperature. So right now you can see my tires at between about 32, 33. Recommended is 35. And it's heating up about 20 degrees from morning till night. So that will max me out back at 35 again. So that's my math for dummies, but just something to think about because fall's here. All right, so the other great debate, and we talked a little bit about this last year, is winter tires. What tires are the best tires? And as many, you know, opinions and conversations you'll find online about pressures and how you should run and how you drive your car, you know, what pressure is the best for what, you'll find as many opinions about tires. Now in Canada, we take our winter tires seriously. Can I say that and laugh? So here's my thoughts. And this was, you know, I've got 3 different vehicles with 3 different winter tires. So here's how I think about things. I've never run a performance winter tire, and some brands like Pirelli have some serious performance winter tires that are made for clear, icy conditions, cold weather, mostly on clear highways. I do have a friend with a Porsche 4S, a 911 4S, who ran those, and on the first snowy day last year, literally went back to the dealer and said, hey, these tires, they do not stick. These are not winter tires. They're not snow tires. And so depending on your climate, are you in a place where it's cold but you don't get snow? You know, even down to freezing temperatures with no snow? Or are you in a place where you're actually going to get some snow? No snow, performance winter tire makes sense. Bugs. We had like one sunny day and all the bugs are back for like their last life of, you know, the season. Can't wait to go all gone. So the next level of tire is kind of an intermediate winter tire. I have the X-Ice 3 from Michelin. It's rated mud and snow, and it doesn't have a really extreme tread pattern. It's not a super deep tread pattern. It does have some cutouts. You'll see a lot of these ice tires. If you see ice, usually you'll see those tiny little grooves in the pattern. That's so that they'll actually, you know, the softer grain can actually flex and grip when you're on a hard icy surface. But we do have snow here. And so my tire is, you know, it's a great tire for a medium amount of snow. I'm not going to drive in any super deep snow with this car. So, you know, especially with how low this car is. We've done this trick before. All right. I can get like my hand and a thumb. So I probably got about 4.5, 5 inches of clearance. This car is not lowered, so we're going to kind of stick with that. And so it's not something that I'm worried about. For a deeper snow, you want a tire that has some tread. For deep snow, it's usually a deeper tread and a skinnier tire as well. If you look at a lot of these off-road tires, my SUV, we're actually running a pretty aggressive winter tire. And you'll see on them, instead of a mud and snow, some of them will actually just have a snow rating. And that's the difference. It's a deeper tread. Usually, again, it's a softer compound. And it's made to grip when there's lots of snow on the road and clear snow at the same time as the tire's spinning. All right, so last bit of advice. When to put the tires on. Still debatable. I know this conversation goes back and forth. But according to every tire source, including the brands, including the independent tire shops, they're just usually the best ones to give you good advice because they sell all kinds of tires, is about 7 degrees above freezing. So at that point, your summer tire, especially if you're running a sports car like this, your summer tire will start losing grip. And you know it if you have one. You wake up on those cold mornings and you can spin out anywhere you like. But they don't tend to warm up. And so really the choice is, about time to switch your tires. Some people think, all season tire. Really, if you got a sports car, get a summer performance tire. And then if you live in a climate where there's winter, switch straight to a winter tire. It's not a huge investment. And the other great advantage is, other than these guys who live in California, Arizona or something, we can run a performance tire probably for 2 full seasons, if we behave a little bit. So I'm planning on getting 1 more year out of my Nittos unless I, get really stupid this fall. The other advice is really, as far as this timing, think about September. So I've got my tires are getting swapped onto my factory rims this week. They should be ready for Monday. I'm in the first week of October. A lot of the tire shops will say, get it done, think about it in September, get it done early in October. Don't wait till the end of October or early November when there's snow on the ground, it's too late, and then you're in a massive waiting lineup to get your tires done. So that's my advice. Would love to hear your thoughts and hear what other people are doing. Would especially love to hear from other people who have an 86 or an FRS and are planning on driving it through the winter, because that's going to be a blast. I mean, hold on until you see those videos. But that's all for now. Thanks for watching. And that's all my Tires for Dummies advice for today. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, and we'll see you again very soon. We'll see you when we swap out the tires. Cheers.